Hello Virgo, this is your reading for the next 7 days. I'm going to start with your energy, but bear in mind it could be your external energy I'm reading for, and you may be the external energy. So you've got both cards in reverse here. That seems to be happening quite a lot this week now. I'm sort of noticing a trend. I don't know if this is a particularly difficult period coming up, 7 to 10 days. But we have got the Hawk Spirit in reverse, and we've got the Flamingo Spirit in reverse. So this can be that someone is ignoring red flags, ignoring their intuition. It can be that there's some wishful thinking here, projecting your desires. It's really saying that you need to listen, because I think there is selective hearing going on here, Virgo. You're saying what you want to see and not what is actually happening with whatever it is you're dealing with this week. The flamingo is usually about the in-between, you know, one leg up, one leg down, very balanced. And when he's in reverse, he is imbalanced. He's nervous about taking a step. So someone who's not been present, who's very focused on the past, worrying about the past. They're also worrying about the future. Maybe it can be someone who's really moving too quickly, ignoring loads of red flags because they want to achieve something and it just has to be that way. But yeah, there's nostalgia about the past, and there's also anxiety about the future. And the next step will appear when you're ready and when it needs to. I've got my turtle spirit in reverse, slow and steady wins the race. I feel that somebody could be moving too quickly here, could be making decisions that are based on, again, seeing what they want to see and not what is actually there. There are red flags here, Virgo. I think it's a week to be very still, to get very grounded, very centered, and be prepared to see what you need to see, and certainly probably not make any, major decisions in your life when there's imbalance here. So we've got Jehovah, Nellis in reverse, and the Sage. Jehovah is my kind of troll on the bridge. He can blow your fears out of proportion here. So this is being fixated on some projection, from the past. It may not even be what's actually happening here, but that's what he does. You see a future which is not probably realistic, that you're probably imagining, and you may imagine it's going to be horrendous because that's what you've experienced in the past here. But they are imaginary fears here. So as much as you're being told that you're ignoring the red flags and you're not listening, and maybe in a really negative way, so you might be the complete opposite of rose-tinted spectacles and wanting to fly into something here. You might not be making any steps at all, because you're terrified that, it's going to turn out really badly here. Okay. I just feel this is a week to slow down, Virgo. I'm really not sure. I'll get some Lenormand to maybe get it more specific. Nella's been in reverse is a card of inaction, but she's also speaking about irrevocable change in her upright. So there's no change here. There's a feeling of being stuck and kind of like not knowing which way to go. And I've just got this feeling that somebody might like grab the first opportunity that comes their way, even if it's got red flags, stamped all over it. But Nellis can also say that you're going the wrong way. You need to focus on, your inner transformation. She wants to lead you on the right path here. So I think you might just need to wait, as I say, and be conscious of what is real and what is imagined based on your past experience. That's what the Sage is saying. Be wise, be patient, hermit away this week quite possibly. Focus on your mental discipline. Be wise, be still, and wait. Wait until you're making decisions that make you feel happy and excited, and you're not ignoring anything. I feel there's fear here. I feel that decisions may be made from fear. Let's have a look, Virgo, for your energy. As I say, bear in mind this could be your external energy. So on the dice they have got the 7th house, so this may be in connection with a relationship or a contract or a legal matter. We have got Aries, so you might be dealing with an Aries, or you might want to look at where Aries is in your chart. And we have got Neptune. So things are a wee bit nebulous, a bit foggy. Not really seeing the wood from the trees here. Tell us about Jehovah for Virgo. Jehovah. Alright, so this, I mean, obviously this could be you, or what you're feeding here is trickery, is manipulation, is a trap. Maybe even a dangerous one. I don't know if that's realistic or not. So this is about doing some investigatory work, looking into things really closely this week. Maybe not a specific matter, maybe just looking into your fears, or what is, you know, preventing you from, you know, making good decisions, or, you know, taking a leap of faith in a certain direction here. What's making you anxious? Why are you wobbly? Show me Nellis reverse for Virgo. This is news. This could be an announcement of some sort. It can be sometimes be a new man entering your life. It's a parcel, it's a package. This is news. News for Virgo. Nellis. Might be news. Most definitely news and announcement here. This could be an interview. Maybe you're going for an interview. You're literally terrified of it. But this news involves sometimes a couple that you know. You know, it might be your parents, it might be your best friends, it might be your sister and brother-in-law. There's a conversation here, or there's a news announcement about a couple. Tell me about this sage. No, I want one more on the news. The news, the birds, the rider for Virgo. Right, it's a good news. This is a very positive card, and it also provides answers. If you're looking for answers or resolutions or a breakthrough, you're going to get some news here. I feel that's what you maybe need to wait for. As I say, the step will be shown to you when you're sort of, you know, ready. And in many ways, Virgo, it may have been shown to you, but you're ignoring it because it doesn't suit what you want it to be. You know, you're out there searching for your confirmation bias. Show me the sage for Virgo. Not sure. That's a woman. Woman. Okay. Right, so I've just seen. Let's get his name. Oh, seriously? Myers. Is it Mike Myers? So I married an axe murderer. And he goes, woman, man. So you might literally be paranoid. They're both incredibly paranoid, for very good reason, because they've got someone, you know, in the middle who's her sister, who's is running the show here, is basically bumping off her lovers. But he thinks it's obviously the girlfriend that he's fallen head over in heels for that's bumping off the lovers. I don't know, but it might well be that you're just literally paranoid. Maybe you've had a really horrible experience here, and every relationship you get into, or, you know, whatever, it turns really bad. So it might be a woman that's very wise. You might be the female I'm reading for that's been very wise. Or, you know, sometimes the sage can be an eye for an eye. You might think someone's out to get you. There's a little bit of paranoia here, Virgo. The troll and the sage, yeah. Oh, I mean, it's absolutely fine. The sun is enlightenment. This is lucky. This is a lucky break, or a lucky streak. This is a happy new beginning here. I think there's just someone is running off fear. Someone is running off fear, and they're fearing they're going to marry an axe murderer. Okay, right. The outside influences, or again, this could be you, Virgo. Now this is weird, because this is someone who might be, you know, I don't know. The Hawk Spirit is in the upright, which is co-create with Spirit, which is a beautiful card. Is it co-create? It's co-create with Spirit. This is someone who would normally be very aligned. This is someone who is, you know, aligning their thoughts, their feelings, their beliefs with Spirit. This is like a really positive energy. This is being grateful for what you've got. It's knowing you're on target. It's actually sometimes even seeing your you know, your manifestations, you know, putting something out there and it comes in, you know, fairly quickly and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's been in the flow, and it's knowing that there are, you know, some bigger things out there than you. When you feel connected, it's quite magical, yeah. And at the same time, we've got the vulture spirit in reverse, and this is about running away from the past. This is someone who doesn't want to clear something up. They might be denying their mistakes, or um, it comes through with grief and anger. There's sometimes a loss involved here, maybe like a disappointment or an embarrassment. Someone just wants to like draw a veil over, you know. And what is in co-creation with spirit here is looking over that here is, in many ways, I think there might be some cleaning up that needs to be done here when the vulture is in reverse, because it has to be recognized that what you've learned from the experience, you have to realize that there has been something that you've learned and grown from this experience, and that's why you've not to disown it. So it's a little bit like really aligned, really positive, and then on the other hand, there's just this sort of, you know, bee him off from the past here. And it might be your relationship. So this person has got death in reverse, which is, you know, not being able to accept change, hanging on to things from the past. As much as there's like, you know, don't want to address something from the past, they haven't let it go, and that's kind of why it needs to be like, you know, addressed. It doesn't need to be, you know, a face-to-face conversation with someone. It's just like sitting down and looking at what happened and, you know, trying to process it. So it's something that needs to be released ultimately. The journeyman in reverse here, this is not taking a leap of faith. This is not going in a new adventure. It can sometimes be that someone's not able to travel, or there's you know, skills or resources that they need to get their hands on in order for them to do that. There is a stagnant energy here. The feline is about unfinished business and loose endings, all pointing back. And like spirit is almost like saying, look at this thing from the past, Virgo, or Virgo's external energy, because in doing so, you'll realize what you gain from it. And if you don't realize what you've gained from it, there is a chance that you'll repeat this. You'll draw that experience back into your life via another person to learn the lesson. And you have the opportunity to, you know, wrap it up here and now and not have to relive it. This is a sickly, critical energy. This is someone who's offended and pissed off for something that they've been through here. Probably to do with an ending that they haven't processed or accepted is over. And the Bodhisattva's Bodak, now he is in reverse, which is small blessings, because he is trouble. He, you know, he really does. He's my gaslighter. He creates gossip and messes. He sabotages himself. He sabotages other people. He gets involved in other people's business. It's got nothing to do with them. He likes to kind of frighten people. He's a bit of an arse, basically. He is in reverse, which often speaks that this is someone who's maybe trying to right some wrongs. This is someone who's trying to, like, you know, tidy up their mess. I think it may be somebody that needs to tidy up their mess, because the vulture, if the vulture was in the upright, I would say most definitely someone wants to make amends here or clean things up. And I'm sort of feeling that spirit is guiding them to do that, but I don't think they want to. Death reverse for Virgo's external energy. We have got, okay, so this may have been a financial commitment that's ended. I mean, obviously it could be a marriage, a relationship. If it's not ended, the death card is in reverse. I would suggest that it probably has ended, but it's something that somebody's not really let go of. It's something with the bear. The bear can speak of the manager, the mother, but it's also a card of like dominance and strength and power. So it can just, or it could be a financial contract. But there's something here involving a contract, an engagement, a marriage, that somebody hasn't really moved on from. It's maybe had a bit of a poor ending. Journeyman reverse for this Virgo, external energy. Journeyman. Okay, we've got the fox. So we've got the fox over here coming through as a fear. And now we've got the fox coming through in the journeyman reverse. It's the fear of moving forward here. It's someone who's not making any moves because they think they're going to step right into a trap. And the trap that they're perceiving is possibly even this relationship or this financial commitment. And that could be like a lease or a mortgage, something like that. Yeah, it's probably love. I've got the heart and the home here. There is, nobody's making any moves here because they think they're going to marry an axe murderer. And it's just adding weight. There's weight here. Show me the feline. Really ready. The feline for Virgo's external energy. The feline. Oh, it's the clover. That's really nice. Now, it can speak of gambling. Somebody's taking a bit of a risk. Clover in the heart. I mean, that can be like a really temporary relationship, you know, a really fun, light-hearted, easygoing love, romance, connection. To see it with the feline is a little bit odd here, but it might well be that someone is a little bit, you know, pissed off or offended about something that's happened in the past, that in connection with a relationship that was, you know, easy breezy and fun, and for some reason it's over or it's been derailed, and it's probably due to somebody who's sabotaged it because they were, you know, wearing a mask. Someone wasn't being who they said they were. And when it got to the bit where someone had to, you know, truly, authentically show who they were, they blew it up to avoid it. That is the answer, so to speak. And someone is looking into this. I mean, there may be some deception or trickery here, and someone needs to kind of look into it and get to the bottom of it. Either involving a friend, a colleague, sometimes it's the other man or a gay friend. But someone needs to look into why a relationship was sabotaged that seemed like a really sweet relationship. Because if this isn't addressed, this is just going to keep happening, basically. This, you know, running away from the past. Not learning anything from it. Every relationship is going to be exactly the same. It's going to get to that crunch point and it's going to happen again. So let me take some advice, Virgo, for this week. Hope you find that useful and I hope you have a good one. I do. Maybe someone wants to get married, but I think they're an axe murderer. Let me check out the sister. Advice for Virgo. Advice for Virgo. I get 2. Direction guardian, choose your path and unleash the vibe within. That is about, I mean, they got the warrior here, be fearless and stand strong. There are some fears here. I don't know if they're realistic or not, I'll be honest. I think someone needs to be a bit bolder with the she-wolf here. This is about being, you know, unfettered and, you know, raw. Just choose your path and go for it. Really, that's your advice. Even though, coming back here, if you're feeling wobbly and anxious, you're not in that situation. You know, you need to address why you're feeling wobbly and anxious and why you're, you know, not listening to guidance before you choose a path for whoever this is over here. This one is probably getting the advice, quite frankly, because they have the journeyman in reverse here, and that's someone who needs to make a trip, who needs to have a new beginning, who needs to, you know, stand on their own 2 feet and choose a path. But a path that comes from, you know, something that excites you, something that you're, you know, feeling, you know, brave and bold about. Not like, it's not choosing the easy way out. It's not choosing the easy option. It's choosing the best option. Okay, Virgo, that's your reading. Talk to you later. Bye.